Hey, farm family, what's your favorite color? I remember asking my dad that when I was a kid, and his answer infuriated me. He looked at me and he said, "Well, that's the dumbest question I've ever heard. My favorite color for a fire engine is red, for the sky is blue, and for the grass is green." And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, Dad, you are like so rigid in your thinking because I have favorite colors. I really love greens. I really love dark reds, and I really like a bright orange, not a like safety orange, but those warm, kind of like the sun orange, really, really vibrant, hot oranges, kind of like this that I'm wearing right now. Um, Although this is more of a mustard. Anyway, the point is, color really does matter quite a bit to us. And so on our farms, we want to be harnessing that power of color. In fact, that power colors are actually a thing. So if you look at people in the business world, politicians, you'll notice that they tend to wear a few typical colors across the board: blacks, navy blues, dark reds, and whites. Those are considered power colors. They are assumed to create a sense of trust when we look at them, of stability. Now, we can argue whether or not those colors are accurate in what they're presenting. But the truth is that enough people think that those colors are a sign of reliability that almost everybody in the business world wears those types of colors. Now, we did a very interesting social experiment in one of my college classes where we were trying to determine what our personal power colors were. So we had to sit on some fabric of different colors, and we weren't allowed to see what the color was. And then we put our arms out, and people would like push down on our arms, and they would measure the relative resistance that we had. And certain colors that we were sitting on were supposed to make us stronger because they were colors that we resonated with, not necessarily like those traditional power colors, but our personal power colors. So, what is your farm brand's power color? Mine are sage and biscuit for a couple of reasons. I love greens. I love any green. It just makes me happy. I like that earthy. It's an earthy feel, but it's also a living, a sense of life. So I love greens. And I like the more sagey because it makes me feel more like it's a color that lasts. It doesn't have like that flush of new growth, yellowy green that just shows up and then it fades to a darker color. It's like the color of lasting, like a conifer, it's something it's gonna stick around for a while. Um, and I like biscuit, which is like a very light beige, because I don't like white. For me, white has always felt very sterile, and it actually sucks energy out of me. When I'm in a white building, I can feel all of my energy dissipate. It's a really interesting experience. So I don't have white in my house for like basic decor. I've got that one white thing behind me because I kind of couldn't get it in any other color. But as far as like ceilings, none of my ceilings are white. I have gold ceilings, I have gray ceilings, but I do not have white. So for me, white's not a color that I use. What about you? Are the colors in your farm logo, the colors of your buildings, the colors, maybe even of your staff's shirts, are those colors that are reflecting who you are and how you feel? Like, do you feel good when you see those colors, or do you constantly look at them and be like, I wish we had picked a different color shirt? Sounds like a ridiculous thing, but it's really not. Take that and really embrace it and say, you know what? I want every part of my farm life to be invigorating my spirit, even down to the colors that are on our buildings, our shirts, and our logos. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. What are your power colors? Do you agree with the black and the blue and the red and the white as power colors, or do you think there are other colors that communicate that differently? Is it maybe that we shouldn't be worried about power at all and more about community, and what colors signify that to you? Put some comments down below, like, share, subscribe, do all those fun things, and we'll see you next time. Bye.